You know, it's interesting. I wrote this out, and I had just a few of the facts, which I think, because I want to get onto the presidential. I want to stay on presidential, but I got to get to these two because they're incredible. But listen to this. These are the facts, and each fact is like irrefutable, and it means win. President Trump received, done by one of the most brilliant political people, President Trump received more votes than any previous incumbent president in history. And we lost. So we received more votes than anybody in history, any incumbent in history. And we lost, supposedly. We didn't lose. You're going to see that. No incumbent who received 75% of the total primary vote lost re-election in the history of our country. President Trump received 94%, not 74, 94, which is one of the highest in history. In fact, President Trump is the only one of 5 incumbents since 1912 to receive more than 90% of the primary vote. And again, anybody received over 75%, they won. We got 94%. President Trump set a record for the most primary votes ever received by an incumbent, ever. And nobody that's received all of the primary votes, nobody's received at a much lesser level than what they always won. But we didn't, according to what they say. It's rigged. It's a fixed deal. Nationally, initial numbers show that 26% of President Trump's voting share came from non-white voters, the highest percentage for a GOP presidential candidate since 1960. That's a long time ago. President Trump won, think of this one, President Trump won 18 of 19 bellwether counties. You know what a bellwether county is? It's a big deal. So I won 18 of 19, a record, never happened, that between 1980 and 2016 voted for the eventual president in every single election, and before that it was almost every election, and we won a record, 18 of 19, never lost. Nobody's ever lost with anything like that. Biden did not demonstrate coattails for the down-ballot races. Had no coattails. I'm shocked to hear that. In fact, he got 80 million votes, but when he made a Thanksgiving Day speech on the internet, they say he had less than 1,000 people. How do you have 80 million votes and you have 1,000 people? No, how do you have 80 million votes and you have less than 1,000 people? With Republicans maintaining control. So here's what happened. So Biden didn't demonstrate coattails, down-ballot races, but with Republicans maintaining control, first time this has ever happened, control of the Senate, winning all 27 toss-up races in the House. Kevin McCarthy, great job. Mitch, great job. Winning all 27 toss-up races in the House. Think of it. We didn't lose a seat in the House. Think of this. First time that anybody, I think in history, we didn't lose one seat. Normally you lose 2, 3, 5, and you replace. We lost nobody sitting in Congress. I worked hard in the House with Kevin McCarthy. Not losing a single legislative chamber and making big gains at the state level and holding on to the Senate. I mean, look at what's happened. We better hold on to the Senate, you too. And there's never been numbers like that where a president even came close to losing. But they say we lost. The only way is they stuffed the ballot boxes. President Trump won. President Trump won, as we said, both in Florida and in Ohio. And by the way, won by a lot. Remember the fake polls where they said he's down by 4 in Florida and won by a lot. He's down by 2 in Ohio, and we won. I think we got 8 or 9 or something up. No, but nobody's ever done that. Those 2 very powerful, big, important states. And the beauty is that we also won Georgia, and that was good.